start the class session for today. I invite Dr. Madhuchandra Chattopadhyay, training coordinator and digital science service class at Vijayawada, Hyderabad. This session on solar energy as sustainable solution to climate change. Dr. Chattopadhyay's extensive experience and expertise in environmental sustainability and waste management makes her an ideal speaker for this particular session. Her commitment to promoting sustainable solutions aligns perfectly with the theme of the session, and we are eager to learn our perspectives on this evening. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Sadhana. Good evening, everyone. So, mine is the last session, and I won't take more than 20 minutes from your time. I'll complete in 20 minutes with the gist of every slide, what is required for you, that we will discuss. Because anyway, you are going through the climate change, everything from the morning. So I won't go into the climate change details, but I will only discuss how solar technology will help to reduce the carbon dioxide emissions using the technology. So decarbonization actually has gained a global importance in order to reduce the climate change. In order to reduce the climate change caused by the fossil fuels. And renewable energy has that potential to reduce the emissions. And energy sector is focused on the cost competitiveness of the solar energy technology. So I don't discuss much about what the solar radiation and how much is available in India because already you have that knowledge. And that, but in this, I would like to say that we have enough solar radiation falling on our country, that is around 4 to 7 kilowatt hour solar energy per square meter per day. That is around 2,300 to 3,200 hours of sunshine daily annually. So this radiation is enough to generate enough electricity at our household, our organizations, our offices, whatever is the usage. But if you check this map, you could see one advantage, even though it has many advantages, one disadvantage, I don't say disadvantage, but the challenge is that the radiation levels at different parts of the country. The radiation level is not same for all the 5 zones of India. Radiation levels are changing. Mostly it is higher in the western and southern part and northern part. The disadvantaged positions are the eastern and northeastern part of India. The radiation is less. Even though we have National Solar Mission and we are going for the upliftment of the solar radiation capacity, everything. We talked about the solar installation only, but no newspaper talks about the generation annually. The seasons will affect the generation and climatic conditions will affect the generation if you go into the technology indeed. But still we can generate enough electricity to use annually for the whole country without any interruption. This is a radiation map. I would just want to say here what my focus point is that 1% of radiation falling on the Earth's surface with the efficiency of the solar module of 10%. The efficiency of the solar module, highest efficiency is 24%. But even a 10% efficient solar module can generate with 1% of radiation around 105 kilowatt of electricity, where our requirement and 2050 is 25 to 31. At least 4 times more generation can happen with the 1% of the radiation reaching on the Earth, with the 10% of the solar module efficient. I think you all know about the solar module. But still, I would like to discuss about the technologies we are using in the solar. Solar energy is of 2 divisions. One is solar electricity, other one is solar thermal. Solar photovoltaic is water technology which produces electricity, and solar thermal is for your heating purpose. Again, from heat you can generate electricity, but thermal is for generating heat, and photovoltaic is for generating the electricity. So here, I'm not going to talk much about the thermal because still we are at the nascent stage. Much to have come with the electricity generation. We have one or two plants of solar thermal power plants, thermal plants installed in India. But massively and rampantly we are using the solar photovoltaic technology. So these are the modules you watch every day in your daily life, whether it's in office or Gencomica Singareni is a nostalgia for me because I belong to that Singareni family only. My father worked there for 31 years and grown up in Ramgundam, so Singareni is like a nostalgia for me. So Singareni or any other DS Genco or DS whoever are at your home. So seeing the technology, you can differentiate what kind of technology you are using. If the cells are on top, cells are this is cells. Cells in series is called modules. Modules in series and parallel are called plants. Correct. So cells, if the cells are in round shape or octagonal shape, we call it as monocrystalline technology. In some companies, they also call it as single crystalline. Monocrystalline or some companies also call it as single crystalline. And if the cell is in square shape or rectangle shape, we call it as polycrystalline, also called as multicrystalline. The last one is which is comes in brownish color. People generally say it's a Chinese. It's not a Chinese. It's another form of technology. Here, no cell, single module is single cell. It is amorphous, which we generally don't use because of the efficiency is less. If efficiency of the module is less, the area required will be more and the cost goes up. For that reason, the efficiency is high, then the land requirement will be less because the module size shrinks. So in every 6 months, the efficiencies of the solar module changes all over the world. So this is the latest June 2023, December 2023 yet to be published. So the highest efficiency is monocrystalline around 24.7. This is the module efficiency. Okay, and multicrystalline is 20.4. Most of the 90% installations in around the world are using the multicrystalline. Means this cell. Either in a square or rectangle, it is called multicrystalline technology. So 90% installations are with multicrystalline because the cost is less compared to the monocrystalline. And you can see the monocrystalline there is a gap here because of the shape of the cell there is a gap. And size of the module is increasing for that reason. The size increases, if it is for your home 3 or 4 modules, that's okay. But if you are going for the megawatt scale, then instead of 3 acres, 1 megawatt requires 3 acres of land. Instead of that, it goes to 3.5 acres. You are using the monocrystalline because the packaging density is lower here. Because gaps are high. In this case, you can compact and reduce the size. For that reason, cost is low, land area requirement is comparatively less. So 90% installations are using the multi-crystalline solar modules. Next one is amorphous cadmium, telluride, copper, and still in the nascent stage. We have 2 or 3 power plants in India. One is in Tripura and another one is somewhere in Rajasthan. So this we generally are not using only for the experimental purpose. And multi-junction is for the extraterrestrial or satellites. Okay, instead of one junction, they have many junctions, many materials involved. That's what we call it. So most of the installations, 95% installations are using either you see the module this one or this one, any of these three. Either you see in octagonal shape, or round shape, or square shape. This kind of modules only you watch. So even the floating solar power plant where Singareni is going to install an Mane dam, they will be using the polycrystalline, also called as multicrystalline solar modules. So this is the technology presently available all over the world. So whether India imports cells or any country imports cells, they call it as A grade, A plus, B plus. But efficiency is 24.7. Best quality in India is A grade Advantages, all the advantages of all renewable energy technologies are same. Like it is emission free, everything is same, more or less same. Even you can install a solar power plant on the abandoned land, arid land which is not used for the agriculture. But one unique characteristic of solar technology I would like to compare with other renewable energy technologies is modular character in nature. Modular character in nature. Because all more or less all renewable energy technologies have the same advantage. Same. But one unique characteristic of solar energy that makes different from the other renewable energy technologies is the modular character. Suppose that modular character means suppose on your home you want to install, and your home installation requires around 2 kilowatt of solar power plant. And 2 kilowatt of solar power plant costs, for example, it costs 50 to 80,000. If you take 60,000 on average, so you need 1,20,000 to install a 2 kilowatt power plant on the roof of your home. But you don't want to invest at a time. So you can divide it into 4 parts. You can divide it into 2 parts. You install 1 kilowatt, then you can install 1 means you can customize the solar technology. But if you are going for the big power plant, one big turbine is 1 megawatt. In this case, as per your requirement, you cannot customize any other renewable energy technology like solar. Either you electrify your one room or staircase, this is possible to customize the solar technology. But in other renewable energy, that's why more emphasis is given on solar. Because a village person also can carry a solar module and the solar can go and install. But he cannot do with the biogas plant or geothermal plant or with the tidal or with the other. But all installation should be in the massive way. Then only this possible. But in this case, you can install. This is the one unique characteristic solar has when compared to the other renewable energy technology. So socio-economic benefits in this like we have energy that will discuss little in detail. Energy independence. Energy independence and energy security are the two words I heard before my joining MTech in renewable energy from the former President of India, Sir APJ Abdul Kalam. In 2004 and August 14, President has to give a lecture and do that. He was talking more and most of the times the energy independence and energy security for India using the renewable energy technology. So that is possible. This is one social economic benefit to see in this literature. Employment opportunities. I don't know, but how much employment opportunities in Telangana the young generation understands, I don't know this. But I have seen the companies are trying for the solar companies are just asking the trading organizations to supply the employees, to supply the young generation who are trained in solar. Because the lack of manpower in the solar companies. I've seen that I will need 12 boys immediately teach them, but this doesn't want to go because lot of hype in the software in Telangana. But lot of vacancies, lot of employment opportunities are there in this field. Not only in solar, in any renewable energy technology. And acceleration of electrification of rural communities and saves for. If you are energy independent, then you are not importing the fossil fuels or coal from Indonesia or other countries, but you are generating your own. So using solar technology, you can be energy independent as well as energy secure. So the theme of this session is how solar technology will reduce the climate change impact. So first I would like to answer the fossil fuel impact on the climate change. As per the World Bank report, India generated 2.83 billion tons of carbon dioxide emissions in 2022. So they are also gave the emission segment-wise like cement, gas, oil, and coal. So totally it has generated in 2022 2.83 billion tons. As this impacts on the ocean acidification, lot of it because of the acidification, marine life is the problem. Extreme weather because burning of fossil fuels, sea level rise. If you are observing last 200 years, 19 sea level already rise. Plastic pollution, we are watching every day. Air pollution, water pollution, oil spills, and all these are causing the effect on the environment as well as human. So this is what generally you know or you are watching in your YouTube or in your news channels. But how the solar technology, what we calculated, how the carbon dioxide emissions are reduced, that we will see here. So look, now we see the environmental impact using the solar energy. So on an average in 2021, 942 gigawatt of solar installation happened. As per the calculation, it has reduced 1100 million tons of carbon dioxide emissions as per International Energy Agency. So this is 2021 data. But if we compare some of the solar power plants in India, which reduce the carbon dioxide emissions, and this is calculated by me for my thesis in PhD that I given the data here. So 25 megawatt power plant in Gujarat, which was installed in 2012, has reduced emissions of 34,462 tons of carbon dioxide. So when we install the solar power plant, before installing the solar power plant, we go for the DPR, we go as you all know. Then we also calculate the carbon dioxide emissions reduction in case of solar. What is the advantage? So 50 megawatt solar power plant in Rajgarh installed in 2016 has reduced emissions of 74,545 tons. The same way 20 megawatt in Jodhpur around 34,000 and 70 megawatt Badla solar power plant installed in 2017 has reduced 1,19,384 tons of carbon dioxide emissions. So this is a calculation we do using the physical formula as well as the software. We use software for the calculation generation of the solar power plant carbon dioxide emissions and generations for the next 30 years and regional investment and levelized cost of electricity. All these things we do in the report. So in that from that, I have taken this thing. This is the carbon dioxide emissions reduction happened and from the following power plants. So one more thing which we would like to do is in future, like our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister has a target of 2030, 2050, 2070. So China has given a data that by 2060, by using the solar technology, how much emission reduction will happen. In the same way, we don't have that data in India, which we are not to do it. So in China, they have given that carbon dioxide emissions within photovoltaic industry reduced till 2060. So they are showing here around 33.03 gigatons carbon dioxide reduction can happen by 2060 in their country with the photovoltaic industry. So the same thing we did not calculate it. We have the target, but they have calculated. So what are the calculating methods they have involved that they have said? First one is the installation capacity. They have calculated the installation capacity, then the manufacturing. Each unit of electricity generated from solar power plant gives 50 grams of carbon dioxide emissions. 1 unit electricity from solar power plant gives 50 grams of carbon dioxide emissions, which is 20 times lesser than the coal-fired power plant. Next, 1 megawatt solar power plant reduces 1250 tons of carbon dioxide emissions. So this is the calculation we do in the same way. We have to calculate for 2050 or 2070 net zero emissions. So I taken this as an example from China because they have set this target at 2060. So energy independence and energy security opportunity also can happen with the solar technology. If you see the dream scenario of the imports which we are doing from the fossil fuels, like coal companies, you know better, the $260 billion are spent in 2023 to import coal, coal, crude oil, which is 43.6% growth from the previous year. So in the same way, if we go, you can see by 2028, we'll be spending around $2,140 billion on the imports. If we do not push the renewable energy technology in the country, lot of foreign exchange is going to the outside of the country. Whether it is electric vehicles reduces emissions, that's true. But if you are charging the electricity again from your own home, there is no question of electric vehicles, the green vehicle. Because again the coal is coming from the so if there is no major push for the renewable energy technology in the country, so this many billion dollars of foreign exchange will go out of country. So you have to go. There's no option other. You have to go for energy independence and energy security. So right now, energy needs with 90% imported from oil, 80% are industry coal, and 40% on natural gas. So this is the thing we have to go ahead. The pathways to Atmanirbhar Bharat. Maybe how many of people read this report? I don't know. This is published by the Berkeley Lab of USA. They have published this report on India, pathways to Atmanirbhar Bharat, India's renewable energy scenario. You have to go through this report. They have given a very positive note on India. Like by 2047, India will achieve energy independence through clean technology, whether it is hydrogen or whether it is solar or wind and hydro, but they are giving the report like 2047, India will achieve energy independence. Means more or less will not go for the imports. The transition to electric vehicles, 90%, most of the electric vehicles 90%. If we use the reserves, as we have seen in the newspaper, we found Indian reserves in Jammu Kashmir, we found in Rajasthan, we found in Karnataka, and now in Jharkhand. We use our own Indian reserves, then electric vehicles, this project will be successful. Or else there is no greener in that, or again we have to import lithium from other countries. Achieving energy independence could offer environment. Clean energy transition will save 4 million premature deaths. Right now, presently, 2.18 million people annually die due to air pollution. So we can start that one by going for the clean technology by 2047. Means we can avoid 4 million deaths. The same way, carbon dioxide emissions peak in the early 2030s, but automatically, in a more or less way, India will push in a big way the whole world to go for the clean technology and the reduction will happen. This is the pathways to Atmanirbhar Bharat. I wish you all read once on this. They have given a nice report on this. So economic benefits include that right now we are currently daily demand is 5 million barrels of oil per day and 14 million barrels of gas per day. But this is going to be doubled by 2048. So as we don't have, if you say coal, we don't have the good balancing value or good grade quality. So we have to import it from the Indonesia, USA, Australia, from other countries. So economic, as I said, jobs, millions of jobs are there. Many are there. I myself have received many calls from the companies that will send this many calls. Right now, we will say, but I cannot send because I don't have. And who are trained also, they don't want to go into this industry because of the low package value or social pressure. Okay. More fanatism to say I'm a software engineer than the solar technician. So, but many jobs are there. So, and many will be created also. So this is okay. Like last one, I can say 14 million jobs by 2030, and most of them are from the most in this you can employ more women than any other sector actually. And solar industry has a bigger share in the jobs than other. This is the new on February 13th, our Honorable Prime Minister has announced that is PM Surya Ghar Bijli Yojana. So this is for all rooftop installations for all homes under Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. So any company cannot say come and say that I'm empaneled to MNRE. No, they should be from now on empaneled to DISCOM, local DISCOM. Empaneled MNRE partner is not nowhere there. There should be empaneled, and this is PM Surya Ghar Bijli Yojana is that electricity to all and the subsidy you can see on your rooftop installation. Like 1 to 2 kilowatts, you get subsidy around 30 to 60,000, and 150 to 300, then 60,000, and above 3 kilowatts, it is fixed cap of 78,000. So that this scheme should be implemented by the all DISCOMs of the state. So this is just announced on 13th of February. So in a major push, we are going ahead. India will, I hope India will achieve by 2047. Okay, now all the glory picture you have seen of solar. I hope you have seen that on solar power plant they have this many advantages, everything. Now we talk about the major challenge solar technology has. As you have seen in the first slide, that the radiation is not falling equally in all parts of the country. So this is calculated for the 50 kilowatt solar power plant. This is the challenge. So I have calculated the 50 kilowatt power plant installed in eastern zone, northeastern zone, island like Andaman and Nicobar, north zone, west zone, and southern part of the. So divided the country into all the 6 zones, and 50 kilowatt installation has been calculated. If you see the temperature, more or less, average temperature is taken annually, and radiation is the second column. You see the radiation is higher in the northern, western, and southern part. Northern, western, and southern part. And ED is the last column, is the generated electricity. You can see the last one is the generated electricity. Which one is higher? Northern part is 92.669 million units it is generated from 50 kilowatt. Same cost, investor will invest the same price. Cost of the solar power plant anywhere in India is same, but you see the generation. The least is coming from the eastern and northeastern part. Okay. So when we calculate the solar power plant, we take into picture, we take into the calculation the parameters like your temperature, relative humidity, wind speed. So at least 6 years ago, the calculation depended only on these 3 parameters. For the last 6 years, while calculating the generation of the solar power plant, we are also taking the turbidity levels of that location, that is the pollution levels. If I calculate the solar power installation of 200 kilowatt in EPTRI, same 200 kilowatt in Amirpet, the generation differs. Thus, the pollution is becoming the major factor for the generation. For coal power plant, you know, if it is 650 megawatt, this much will be the input and this will be the output anywhere in the country. But same is not applicable for the solar power plant. So eastern and northeastern are at a higher disadvantage and installations are less because of this map, radiation map. Always solar, I just asked one question here, just for a general knowledge. In which season the generation is higher? Why winter? Actually, solar technology, this photovoltaic, this technology is best suitable for the cold climatic conditions. You should go for installation in Darjeeling, Ooty, Jammu Kashmir this time. Everybody saying you install in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, but nobody speaks of the generation. If you observe the generation, even in Ramagunda, I request that you observe the generation in the month of summer, it is negative, it is falling highly. Because all the solar modules have the highest, even saying this module is 300-watt module. This 300-watt module you will get, it's not like coal power plant 24 hours to give the same unit. This 300-watt module gives 300 is the maximum when the temperature is 25 degrees centigrade. Above every temperature rise, the efficiency falls, the power falls. So do you think that we have 25 degrees in every city? Then you should get maximum generation in the morning 6 o'clock because the temperature is 25 degrees. So many parameters are calculated. It's a totally a nature-based technology. So this is the challenge. And I don't say it's a disadvantage because we have improved the technology. I have shown you the monocrystalline polycrystalline, but now in market we have monopark polypark, PERC that functions in the low light conditions. Now all the companies use this monopark polypark, which normally don't use monocrystalline polycrystalline. From 2022, in a full-fledged way, all over India, every manufacturer is manufacturing, whether it is for floating or ground-mounted or rooftop, it is monopark and polypark. So you can see this is the challenge. Without knowing the location, you cannot go for the generation. Even though investment is same, return on investment varies. And every investor wants the return on investment fast. If you are installing in other parts like Jammu Kashmir or in Bangalore, your return on investment is higher. If you are installing in the Calcutta, return on investment is 7 years. Because humidity is for 9 months, 100%. If you are installing in Rajasthan, temperature is 50 degrees. These all should be calculated while installing the solar power. Conclusion is that now India is in the 5th rank for the solar power deployment. Right now in December 2023, we have installed 74.31 gigawatts. Of course, total renewable energy installation is 180 gigawatts. Out of that, 74.31 gigawatt is solar. And you can see ground mounted, grid connected, hybrid means solar, hydro, solar, wind. In that only solar component they have taken, that is 2.57, and off-grid is 2.84. Okay. So your solar power plant performs negative in summer, even though it works on radiation. Rainy season is the best because when rain falls, the pollution deposits down, and whatever the sunlight after that is sharp sunlight. In 2-3 hours, what is generated compared to 6 hours other day. Thank you. Some of your senior engineers have come to learn the solar software. We have a course, solar software, where we teach them design of the megawatt level solar power plant using software. Some of your seniors.
What would the space required for 1 kilowatt?
1 kilowatt is around 8 square feet.
8 square.
Some people it's a COD emission. The disadvantage COD emission.
In production, the emissions are that's why I'm saying 50 grams per unit, where it compares to coal-fired power plant 20 times less. And when we calculate last return on investment and all this things, we include this thing. But still, it is very 20 times less than the coal-fired power plant. No. For 1 kilowatt peak power plant, you need space required, area required is one.
Details of this, you will
The website is there. You can register. The website is active. You can open that one. You can register. It is available. It is available. Subsidy is available. Now from February 13th, subsidy is available. So anybody can go for installation from 1 kilowatt. But rooftop installation, the console is 10 kilowatts. More than that, we don't call rooftop. Only for this subsidy. It's around 600.
Maybe the coal-fired thermal power is the direct emission, CO2 emissions. In solar, what are the emissions CO2 is the indirect emission?
It's in production. When you produce a solar cell module,
They warning sort of.
not in the installation and generation.
Yes.
When you produce a module, you need
Production
some
of model.
electricity.
Okay.
You need electricity.
The warnings are for the same thing.
Generation no emissions. No emissions. Zero emissions. Because no moving parts, nothing is there.
Production per cell. So what is that mean?
50 grams per unit.
Unit means
1 kilowatt hour. 1 unit.
unit. Number of cells. Number of
Every cell, if I say 37 watt peak model has 36 cells, and 100 watt peak model has 36 cells, 200 watt model has 72 cells. So watt changes, not number of cells changes. Because each cell gives 0.6 to 0.7 volt. So you make it into 200 watts. And as per the area of the cell, the current changes. 1 ampere. Because area increases, sunlight radiation falls higher, current is higher.
So we are having 10 megawatt solar plant at HVC. What would be the CO2 emission?
1
You have to
megawatt
calculate.
reduces 1250 tons of carbon dioxide emission reduction. So you can, who has done this plan, that already a research paper on the 10 megawatt is available. So they have calculated the carbon dioxide emission. Maybe the other is that or somebody. Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a conversation. Now I would like, to recommend the plans on Ms. Karma. Dr. G. Leslie Watson. Now I request Mr. Pratik to share plans on Dr. G. Chandrasekhar.
From this workshop. Maybe for each examination, one person, 1 line. That don't take much time. From GMP1, SPDCL, Yanko. already know that about the GXC and also the new research solar, how to the user activities are, how to generate what is the before when we attended the step of Sina, at that time people told that solar is very costly. It is around 60 rupees or 80 rupees. The manufacturing of the solar is also very costly. It should be imported from the Germany. Now, after 12 years, it comes to the very close to us. Like that, after 10 years or 15 years, the geothermal will come to us very close to us. Because already I know, I came to know that in the Patupalli and Vasavapeta area, there is some there is survey in the geothermal. They have to install a project read the yeah, and that's air conditions. Where the temperature is very high, not more than 2 kilometers below. But in that area, not like the 1 kilometer, the temperature is more and more. That is the by reading maximum. Controlling water systems and impact climate change impacts. We are using this geothermal. I know we are one doubt, sir. Any power plant is discussed near the geothermal. Morning I was that one. Morning I don't know. There is these like a power plant now. Here. Here.
You mean India?
I don't know anybody.
Yeah, other plants you have. Yes, geothermal plants. The world is generating about 19,000 megawatts. Philippines from the Indonesia, Japan, Europe, America, for England, even Iceland, Australia, New Zealand. New Zealand runs only geothermal. In fact, previous Ministry of Power, the Secretary, asked me to take a delegation from all the energy producers, like NTPC, we have about 7 people, including GSI. I took them to New Zealand for the first time. How it works, what it would be, including the other countries, except India, other countries are produced. Not only geothermal power, heat. So much of heat is available. It can be used for space heating. We are not doing it like so much of energy can save. So what is the reason behind that? Why India is not encouraging geothermal? I can't answer. 90,000 megawatts. I can't answer. This is my mindset. They should actually. In fact, now I'm going to give the recommendation. We should start using ground source heat pumps for heating and cooling. I don't know why you are not doing it. It is a well-established technology. But just even Indians were so much of energy can save. I don't the air conditioner 100 continuously. 80% of your energy bill can come down have everything. One, Ukraine, Germans were, Europe was freezing. They went into, now we cannot build a house in Germany without getting approval for loans. Loans are available. The mother Earth is giving so much approval, what are you doing that? There's no reason why you can't do it. It's not the earth shaking, it's not.
But if the solar is involved now.
No, let it also grow. Not for it's not work. మీరు ఆ కోళ్ళు తిన్నప్పుడు మునక్కాడ కూడా తింటారు కదా. ಯಾವ ಬೋಲ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ತಿನ್ನೋರು ವೆಜಿಟೇಬಲ್ ಕೂಡ ತಿಂತಾರೆ. It is already video storage battery. Yes. That's my only thing. Storage battery, I mean, everything. But you don't need the storage. What will circulate? This close loop. Close loop, because it's going anywhere. The close loop takes the energy, run the power plant and goes back. Liquid CO2 evaporates, runs it up and goes back to the ethanol. The close cycle. No. Okay, run so what do you need to run a turbine? Some power has to get over no about because steam or some other power. For example, this hydro. You use the water project, because steam or steam turbine. Any gas is okay. Or there's none of it. Yeah. 90, see, geothermal 95% efficiency. Depends. You can start from 1 megawatt to 1 kilowatt. Maximum now, this land is generating 780 megawatts. Now depends on the.
Any of the difficulties in applying technology and other issues regarding.
No technology. The officer you can buy. You can buy officer. That's why I want to give this talk because many of us are not knowing that. What is this? I know. Which affected the project actually. So you know this live entire actually. So that's a very nice institute and good subjects have been done here. And I would have to your class today. As well said, some things I know by improvisation and some more new things like Mr. Ranadi considered fact and other things. Illustrated somewhat late in this perspectives. Now, right now, for the 3 years in business activity, we day-to-day see monitor everything physically. Of course, operations are also there from our business perspective. Already one of 100 station is remotely being operated on another station is valid for it. And other colleagues are also doing the same purpose. Issues are there. That means MRT issues here. The perspective discussions are going on. Regarding automation, already we have SAS systems. I think in place, SAS we have. In case of 14 kV and low voltage. So Coming to the point of renewals, sir, I already did this before my maintenance schedule already. For 8 years, I've been in the renewal subjects headquarters as a renewal subject. So, fortunately or unfortunately, I was in charge of the geothermal. I was in charge of the fire. So, there is a regulatory perspective or guidance perspective problem is there. As all these renewable energies, biomass, biogas, solar, wind, everything has been involved on the policies. Similarly, or similarly guidelines, similarly policies, lot of regulatory framework is there. So that sort of setup is not yet started in case of geothermal. It's past 14 years on the paper. So that's the issue. Geothermal, I have seen the entire detail also, injection module, extraction module. And many users of the geothermal also there, like the garlic chewing, some more things. Like as I said, vegetables doing in the realization. So many products are there. But ultimately, call is from the government perspective only. And so only organization can take it. Point. It's a short bit for it. Whichever you want. Yeah, it's a huge name.
We didn't ask for the money also. We didn't ask the money from the government. So we spend. Give us permission. Give us the power permission. That's all we ask. Yes. Because we know the investors will come. We tried with one geodynamic from Australia. So they are prepared to invest in that project. It didn't happen. Because there is no policy for geothermal. That also we have drafted. In fact, I have drafted that case because I am being the director of geothermal international sector body from India for that. We drafted the entire policy and gave it to MNR. Mr. Kumar the name of. But somehow I did not. Maybe in future it will come from. We have to come to geothermal. It's not an option. I'm very sure about it. Because the mother earth has so much of heat. Not just the entire world is using. Cost is about only 6 rupees per megawatt for EDS, for especially for the sensor one. For hydrothermal, where water is coming to the famous flow. One for hydro for 1 megawatt is anywhere between 13 to 14. That's 40% goes to their after that, everything is
So, any more questions? Yeah. And until I think we will have.
Now I extend my vote of thanks on behalf of EBG for this workshop. To our own honorable dignitaries, distinguished guests, respected DG Madam Srimati K. Panu Prasad, IAS Principal Secretary to Government, Environment, Forest Science and Technology, Government of Telangana, and Director General of EBGRL. I thank Dr. Rajni Kaskar, Director National Productivity Council, Hyderabad, Dr. Madhuchandrika Chattopadhyay, Training Coordinator at Waste Recycling Centers, EBGRL, Dr. D. Chandrasekhar, Professor Retired, IIT Bombay, Dr. J. Sita Srinivas, Senior Scientist and Head Climate Change Center, EBGRL, Dr. Sri T. Vijay Kumar, IAS, Consultant, EBGRL. I sincerely thank Dr. J. Sita Srinivas, Senior Scientist and Head Climate Change Center, and Dr. Rajeshwar Climate Change Coordinator for guiding us in each and every aspect. I am very thankful to the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, for
for sponsoring this project. I would also like to thank our training department and administration for arranging necessary requirements on time. I thank my teammates from Climate Change Center for active involvement in our show and the willingness they have expressed to make this workshop a grand success. A wide round of applause and thanks to all the participants who made the meeting so memorable. Thank you so much, everyone.